Ranganathan, let me begin by asking you, as someone who's followed the developments of the case very closely, what's your assessment of the claim made by the witness? He says the ATS tortured me and forced me to frame Yogi Adityanath and others.
Yeah, good evening, Pravesh, and good all my fellow panelists.
Look, this is the second time a witness is making such charges. The last time, as you correctly said, was in 2017. These are serious charges and should be investigated. There is no two question about it. And there are only two kinds of people in a democracy, Pranesh. I repeat.
One, those who respect the judiciary and the judicial process. And two, and many of them are unfortunately, in our panel right now. Two, those who think they are the judiciary and the judicial process. And I have, to be honest, I have lost count of the number of times the usual suspects have outraged on the judges and the judgments that have gone against them or their ideology
or their propaganda. Remember the Justice Loya case? Remember the Ayodhya judgment? Remember what horrible abuses they heard
on the judges and the judiciary? But when it suits them, they hail the judiciary. Remember Maya Kodnani? All of them, without fail, supported UAPA charges on Kodnani. And when Justice Devani overturned her conviction, he was called a shameless BJP stooge. Same judge had in 2016 overturned the trial court acquittal of 3 Hindus in the Viram Gram riots case and convicted them. Then he was hailed a hero. And it is the same story in this case as well. Just 10 seconds. Look, it is no one's grouse, certainly not mine, that one must respect the judicial process in this case. What are the facts? Is it not true that Mokoka charges have been dropped against Pragya Thakur? Is it not a fact that Colonel Purohit was denied bail for 9 years? You only have to ask the Congress and NCP partner Shiv Sena about this. They have vociferously, historically, supported both Thakur and Purohit and called them victims of a conspiracy. Left to the Congress and their Darbari stooges, even the 26/11 terror attack have been labeled as orchestrated by RSS. But for one heroic martyr ruined the plan, Sub-Inspector Omble. But witness their gumption, they still went ahead and charged RSS with planning 26/11 attacks. You see, you just cannot ignore them. You have to endure them.
Tehseen Poonawalla.
Ranganathan, of course, author, scientist, what have you. Dr. Anand Ranganathan, I want to ask you. We always say this and we lament and lament and lament, and clearly there is no impact that this has on anybody, any political party. And I want to ask you, are there two Indias? One for us who have to follow the rules and one India belonging to those who make the rules, because people who make the rules don't have to follow it. You're seeing former chief ministers like Devendra Fadnavis attending weddings, and there's no cap on those weddings. Any number of people can go to that weddings, even though section 144 is in place in Ahmednagar where the wedding is happening. A deputy mayor holds a party. There is an ABVP celebration in Gujarat, and of course rallies across the poll-bound states are happening as if there's going to be no tomorrow. So I want to ask you, are we once again tempting the third wave to be as, what do I say, as stern and as stiff for us in terms of the price that we have had to pay as the second one? Are we inviting trouble of that magnitude yet again?
Good evening, Navika, and good evening to all my fellow panelists. No, there is no doubt about it, Navika. You're absolutely bang on. In fact, as George Orwell said, and I've repeated this ad nauseum, all humans are equal, but some are more equal than others. And this seems to be absolutely pat for our politicians. There seems to be two rules working. And it's not just right now, Navika. You know it. You have been broadcasting all through COVID. You know the same thing appeared in Karnataka during Mr. Devgowda's family's marriage. The same thing was done in UP. The
same thing was repeated in Bengal. Time after time after time again, there seems to be two rules. During the first wave, during the second wave, and now during the third wave, it seems pretty imminent. In fact, in many places, it's possibly only started. So why this difference? And the reason for that is there is no penalty. Navika, I'll be very brief. I just want to take you back to, in fact, this year, around May, when the second wave was upon us. It had not begun, but the canvassing had been going full storm, in Bengal. The Election Commission had very established and strict guidelines of severe penalties, IPC punishment leading to jail terms of 6 months or more if Section 144 was violated or if there were any gatherings. Not a single party took cognizance of the Election Commission. Not one, including BJP, TMC, Congress, Communists, everyone. And what happened? Was there any penalty? Was any party struck off? No. Point number 2, Navika, and this will really hit home the point. Do you remember in that catastrophic second phase when state after state, rightly so, blamed the center? All of us did, for the terrible situation as far as oxygen was concerned, and state after state, and many of them, their governments, their representatives are right now on the panel. They said people are dying for lack of oxygen. What happened 3 months later when the center sent an advisory to all the states telling us, please tell us how many people died? Not a single state, including the BJP states, said 1% died of oxygen shortage. So this is a different class of people. These are not what can I say, Pradhan, people say I am Pradhan Sevak. No, they are not Pradhan Sevaks, these politicians. They are kings. And let me tell you, even though everyone is vaccinated, what has Omicron told us across Navika, I'll just take 30 seconds. It is devastating. Everyone is getting infected. Perhaps all the vaccines total up to 0% efficacy. Now, it is true, no doubt about it, and recent research has shown that our T-cell immunity seems to be holding up well against Omicron. Number 2, 5 publications have said, as Dr. Bagai also alluded to last time, that Omicron is not very effective at infecting lung cells as the Delta was. But do millions and millions of Indians know this? And these are anyway preliminary, non-peer-reviewed results. They have only the COVID regulations to go by. And what are these politicians telling us the COVID regulations are? Wear your mask at all times, maintain 6 feet distance, and do not go to crowded places. All 3 are being blatantly violated by every political party. What do you do? Is there any hope? Where is the Supreme Court? Is it sleeping?
No, everything. Well, Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, I want to ask you.